So I have a question, Daniel. I have a question for you. So they keep bringing up this thing with the ambulances and the mass graves. Is there any information regarding that?
Mass graves? I don't know about mass graves. I know about the ambulance incident, and I think it's listen. I think they make a big fuss out of nothing. At the end, there was a one ambulance or like a car that went with no lights. This is the one that you see that was waiting there, and which was of militants. And then there was another group of civil defense that they say, and civil defense is Hamas. And you can also see people that are going out. I don't really understand what is the big fuss around. You know what? And even if it was a mistake, it's a mistake. We're not perfect, and this is war. And in war, sometimes shit like this happens. Yes, we also feel this the work, the health, the kitchen thingy, and we also shot our own hostages once. Shit happens in war. Okay, the hyper focus that people put on Israel on every step that they make, and not only this. The fact that people are already coming into conclusion after 24 hours, I think it's ridiculous. At the end, immediately when it happened, the IDF said that they will launch an investigation. Before even waiting for the investigation, the entire world is kind of piling up because they don't really care about facts. And at the end, even if we prove that it was full of Hamas terrorists, it's too late. It doesn't matter. No one will care anymore. People will still say, "Oh, you killed the ambulances." So,
Daniel,
to be honest, I think it's nonsense.
The fact that they attacked an ambulance is not a big deal because Hamas use ambulances. They're known to use ambulances, so things happen. But the other claim they have is that they buried that they found them buried. That's my question. You didn't hear that?
No, I did hear it, and this is a accepted method. No, not propaganda. Actually, it's something that is done on purpose because if you would leave a body outside, it will be ravaged by dogs and by owls and by foxes and stuff like this. So what they do, and this is a known practice, they would bury it and then they will tell the UN where they are, so they will come and take them out, not to leave them outside. And again, but this is exactly the pro-Palestinian narrative. They kind of take a shred of fact. And then they add context for people that have zero understanding of the Middle East, of the context, of military, of practices. And they don't really, to be honest, they don't care. Because even if now you will tell them this, they will still say "Oh, you mass grave, yada yada." No, it's nonsense. It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Interesting.
But those things needs to you can there is something called the fog of war, okay? First of all, because there's a lot of shit happening, and not everything you want to reveal necessarily about MOs, about where you're gonna be, what you're gonna do. The fact that Israel, for example, evacuates people and notifies them with pamphlets and SMSs, the world thinks it's normal, but no, it's not normal. Other armies don't do this. They don't do this. And the reason that they don't do it because in a war you have this advantage of surprise. You don't tell okay, I will hit you in this place at this hour. No, this is not how war works. It's about surprising. It's about attacking. And the fact that Israel does it,
it's so ridiculous that the whole world is expecting Israel to take care of their enemies. Like a given, It's nobody's doing that. It's why should they even give a shit about the Gazans? The Gazans were the ones starting this stuff. And now it's they're supposed to give them aid, to give them advice them when they're going to get hit, etc., etc. I'm not saying that you guys, you guys are doing it anyway, but you're being expected to do something.
Observation are negligible. Veiling of the company of heaven, veiling of the manifestation. this that informs his every motion, this that lies closest to his heart and soul, being indeed the mainspring in the dial, principle of section and of measure. Now, present stage, the object that you see, the journeying inwards, it is the voyage of discovery. Oh, wonder world of one's own soul. And this is truth. This is the truth that stands upon the prow. Eternally alert, this is truth that sits with one strong hand gripping the helm. This is our truth. Truth is our path, and truth is our goal. Aye, there shall come to all a moment of great light when the path is seen to be itself the goal. And in that hour every one of us shall exclaim, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Yea, the life also, life eternal in time and boundless in space. For what is life? Nothing but the reality. The child of thy bowels, he shall behold them. Be the
Hi, John. This is Brandon Lucas with TickGate.
child of the
Basically, what Trump did is he assumed every deficit was due to the taxes, but they never cut spending.
racial position within the youth.
We are so much more screwed up now than we were in 2000.
A feast every day in your hearts and the joy of the child of light. The child of light.
Like, I'm saying $1 million. I think I probably told you my story.